Hi, Linda. Hi, Linda. We got a couple of minutes. Do you want to stay in the chat or do you want to call in? There's some sage. I have to, yeah, that's better. Okay. G, hi. G's in the house. Here's some sage for you, G. Hey, there it goes. There we go. Arzu! Arzu's here. Oh, I'm so excited. Where are you? Are you in Belize? I got my favorite peeps in here right now. Call the 201 number. You in Belize?
To send a voicemail, press 2.
Why is it saying that? Are you there, Lynn?
Accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Accept. There you go.
It's me.
Hi. Hi, me.
Hi.
Now, we have a new number, so if you want to call in tonight, Barb. Oh, okay. I got to mute myself. If you want to call in, the number is 201-855-9898. Oh, wait. I don't know if you can call in while Linda's on the phone. Let me open up the conference number. I don't know how many. I don't know why I have this. Yeah, that's not going to work. I don't know why that's doing that. I had to hang up, Linda. It was giving me feedback. I don't know why. All right, it's 9:01. Here's some sage. We'll just do the conference call, I guess. I don't know why that was doing that. It didn't do it the other night. Oh, we were on the conference line before. So we'll just do that. We'll just open that up. Let's see if that works tonight. Oh my goodness. Kim is here. I mean, Rain. She started out with the Indigo Room in 2007 when we first started. Here you go. Everybody have some sage. Make sure you hit the like button while you're here. Do me that favor, please. All right, so we're going to get started. Let's play the music. Cue the music. Where's my son? It's so good to have you here. Oh, my God. All of my favorite people are here tonight. Some sage. We're saging. If you have your own sage, burn it.
Get first like destiny. Tap choose up, do some bacon boots and find the way ain't you. Touch the sky, mental high, the spirits rise within the tree. So yes, I invite you to come on through.
See how we do in the Indigo Room. Yeah. Welcome, 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 everybody. How you doing tonight? I hope it's a good night for you. It's a good night for me. I want to thank you all for being here in the Indigo Room. Welcome to the Indigo Room. I'm your host, Sydney Chase, and this is where we discuss all things spiritual. And by that, I mean that we are non-physical spiritual beings having physical human experiences, and life is supposed to be fun, delicious, beautiful, even when it's a little wicky wacky, right? That's what we say. Because sometimes it can get wicky wacky. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. And we tried to call in. Sorry, I had to hang up on you, Linda. It was doing some kind of crazy feedback thing on my phone. I don't know why. So we're going to open up the conference line, but you could still call in. And the number is 605-313-4116. And if you have anything you want to share, we're going to try that and see if that works tonight, because, you know, it gave us a hard time last time we tried to use it. So we're going to try it again. And I will have to call in. I need the number. Might be nice if I had the actual number to call in. Anyway, tonight we're discussing, of course, our wonderful friend, Mr. Neville Goddard. And we left off last week on chapter 5. Well, not last week, but the week before on chapter 5. And we're going to do that and do chapter 6. We're also going to tickle our amygdala. We're going to do some breathing, because I don't know if y'all have been breathing this week. Did y'all practice your breathing? So I want to welcome Linda, our moderator. She's in the chat. So if you have any questions, you need the telephone number, you want to just, chat with Linda, ask her a question, because she's very knowledgeable about a lot of things. She's right there in the chat with you all. And that's Linda Patrick, our wonderful friend. Our Zoom about healing your body and learning how the plants that are different types of plants and how they can heal us and how they work with our bodies. Clairaudience. She has a plethora of information. She has her own YouTube channel. It's Arzu Mountain Spirit Speaks. She did our New Year's readings with us here on the Indigo Room our first live show. And she is just amazing. You would love her. So you should connect with her, right? And if you need help, you need a reading, she has, she's got, all kinds of information. You can set up a consultation with her. I don't know how much it costs. You can work that out. She probably has a sliding scale or something. Whatever. Just check her out. Give her a call and go visit her in Belize if you can. That's what I'm trying to do. Also, we have Freedom, that little brown witch. I love that name. Our friend Rain is here with us, aka Kim, for those of y'all who were back with us back in the day. And she has a lot of great information. Her and her friend Andy. Did I get that right? I said that right, didn't I? And they call themselves the I Wonder Sisters. You can find them on Instagram. I follow them. They have a lot of great posts, a lot of great helpful information. G Fabre is in the house. Hi, G. And he is like a Neville Goddard, expert. That's what I say. He's a Neville Goddard expert. So if you have some questions, I'm putting you on blast right now, G. Sorry. If you have some questions about Neville Goddard, you should connect with him. He's on Facebook, and you can connect with him there. Who else is in? PJ Moore's in the house. Our aspiring veganista. That's a new word for me. She made it up, I think, of course, on her own. And girl, I'm so in love with your website. I am in love with everything that you post, especially when I was coming off my fast. I did a fast, y'all, for 3 days. I'm going to try to do it again next week and go a little bit longer, but it helps to clear out your body. Anyway, BJ Moore has a wonderful, beautiful website. She is a chef, vegan chef, and y'all should follow her on Instagram. I'm serious. I'm serious. You should just follow her. Her food is amazing. I don't know what it tastes like yet, but it sure looks good. Who else is here with us tonight? Barb. Barb is in the house. Our friend Barb from, I think, wait, is it Minnesota or Michigan? It's someplace cold in an M world, right? Barb used to host her own talk show on the radio. So she is got a lot of information too. So if you know, I'm putting you on blast too, Barb. You can follow her on Facebook. Sharon is in the house. My friend Sharon from when I was a little kid. And y'all heard her story last week. So she's on point. She's working it. She's doing the thing, right? Right, Sharon? You can follow her on Facebook too. Okay, so I think that is everybody. Did I get everybody? If I didn't get everybody, is Funke here? Funke 00. If I didn't call your name out, just, you know, oh, Wanda's here. Alu's Photography. She's a beautiful photographer. Y'all need pictures taken? Follow her on Instagram. Okay? From North Kakalaki. All right, listen. We got 9 people in here and only 3 likes. Y'all need to do some work. Okay? So we're going to tickle our amygdala. And I hope you all had a great week. Did everybody have a great week? Have you been doing your homework? Have you been, you know, drinking your water? You know what I'm drinking tonight? This. Doesn't that look gross? Looks kind of gross, but it's very delicious. It's tamarind. Tamarind. This is what's left over from when I did my fast. I was juice fasting. I was drinking juice, fruit juice. Made my own fruit juices. I try to make everything now. I don't eat out a lot. Since April of last year when I went and started following Dr. Sebi and I lost like almost 40 pounds. I eat a lot. I went vegan. It's beyond vegan, actually. It's not really vegan. It's like beyond vegan. So I am being very mindful of the foods that I put into my body. I'm going to have to do a show just about Dr. Sebi one day. And I don't know when that's going to happen. Probably on the weekend. Maybe this weekend I'll do it. I don't know. Because, you know, girl is busy. But anyway, this is tamarind juice. It's made from the tamarind fruit. And it's key limes and ginger. And then I added in some sea moss and bladderwrack. Now, let me just tell you this before we get started. Just for your knowledge, for your health, for your health and your bones. Dr. Sebi was like 80-something years old. Okay, this is what made me go on his diet. I was watching him on YouTube, and the man stood up. You know, he just stood up straight. He's like 6 foot something, and then dropped down to his knees. Now, when I say he dropped down to his knees, I mean that his knees hit the floor. Right? Boom, and then he stood straight back up in his 80s. I was like, well, see, I can't even do that right now. I will kill myself. I will shatter my knees and I will be in the hospital. Okay. So I said, well, what is he doing? And whatever he's doing, I need to do that. So I did some research, started following him, you know, started researching and found out a whole lot of stuff that I didn't know about our food chain. And now I don't eat anything that has a head on it. Nothing. I eat nothing that has a head on it. I can't do it. Not even fish. And chicken and fish were my go-to. Can't do that anymore. So anyway, tamarind, the sea moss and bladderwrack. Sea moss and bladderwrack. Wait, I'm gonna go get the bag of sea moss. Hold on. This is what the sea moss looks like. Okay? Looks like that. Can you see it? It's from the sea. It's a vegetable. It's a sea vegetable. I have to clean this bag and prepare it and make a gel and all that. But it also comes dried. And anyway, our bodies require 102 vitamins, minerals in order for us to be healthy every day. 102. I didn't know that. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. 102. So sea moss has 92 of those things that the body requires daily. And bladderwrack has the other 10. And you can drink as much as you want. It won't hurt you. You know, you won't like overdose on it or anything like that. You can have as much as you want, and it helps your body. It oxygenates your body, and it helps your bones, helps your thinking process too. Who knew that? I didn't know that. I sound like somebody in the White House. But yeah. So anyway, try that. Try the sea moss, the bladderwrack. If you have questions, you can email me at theindigoroom2@gmail.com, and I will certainly give you more information. But you could also just type in Dr. Sebi. You're right here on YouTube. So after the show, you could just type it in and find out. There's plenty. Everybody puts videos up like they do Neville Goddard. So it's Neville Goddard and Dr. Sebi. I'm on some sort of thing. I'm focused. Wisconsin. Okay, Barb, sorry. It wasn't an M. But I know it was cold. So it's Wisconsin that you're in. Oh, BJ says she has a coupon code for us. For us, the Raise Your Vibe tribe here at the Indigo Room, roomies. So we'll get that at the end of the show. So you can type that or let us know how to get that at the end of the show. You can't find the like button, Arzu. You can never find the like button. I don't understand that. It's one thumbs up. It's like a thumb. You just hit that like. Oh, y'all must be on some sort of weird phone. I don't know. It's right there on my phone. I could always hit the like button. BJ says, I saw Dr. Sebi in that video. Yay, we found the like button. G says, I drink that also. What? You drink tamarind or the sea moss and bladderwrack? BJ said, I just ordered sea moss. Barb says, I'm following him on his page. Awesome. Hey. Gary's in the house. Hey, Gary. Welcome. Gary's from Oregon. Oh, you drink the sea moss. That's good. That's healthy. Well, you drink the sea moss. I drink the sea moss. We should drink sea moss together. Gary said he got 2 thumbs up for me. All right. Awesome. Now, if you want to call in, Linda, I think, wait, let me just start the conference call. Sorry. Let me go back. And if you do want to call in tonight, you will be able to do that. 1 second. And I will get the telephone number for you, I think. Yeah. It's 605-313-4116. And you will be able to call in and, share any kind of whatever you want to share. Or maybe you want to read something tonight. We used to have readers up in the Indigo Room. So if you want to read, you decided you have the book, we're reading The Resurrection. You can do that. You're going to listen. You're going to hear the lady. I can't stop her. You're going to hear the lady telling me what to do. Okay. So she's going to be on the live tonight. She's annoying, but I have to listen to her in order to be able to connect to the call. So if you want to do that, you can do that. It's 605-313-4116. 605-313-4116. 4116. And then the PIN or the access code is 457900, and you will be connected to the call. I did enter my PIN. Oh, what's my PIN? I forgot what my PIN is. Dang, at it. Hold on. Okay. I think my PIN is one. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So we have one participant in the call. I have to get over there to see who it is. It's probably Linda. Hi, Linda. Okay. So I'm just going to mute us, and then we'll get started. So hopefully you had a great week. We're going to tickle our amygdala, and we're going to do our breathing exercise. So the breathing exercise is about 1 minute. And what I want you to do is close your eyes. If you're driving or you're riding a bike or you're walking, don't do that. Keep walking, keep driving, keep riding your bike, or pull over or sit on the curb or whatever. And take a deep breath through your nose, right? We're going to just relax a little bit. Then act like you're sipping a straw, and breathe out deeply. Breathe in through your nose. And just relax. And just let everything from the day go right out of your body, all the way down to your feet. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out like a wet noodle, and just relax. Any thoughts that come into your mind, just let them go. Let them go. High thought, bye thought. Now imagine you're going to breathe normally. Imagine there's this gold orb at the top of your head. It's just floating there, right above your head. And then it lands on the top of your head right here, right on the top. And it is now being absorbed into your body. It's like liquid light. It just becomes liquid. It was a gold orb, and now it's liquid. And it's just going through your entire body from the top of your head all the way down, through your back, through your arms. You're relaxing your arms. You're relaxing your back, your face. Your face is relaxed. It's just relaxed. Down through your back, your thighs, your legs. It's going all the way down to your feet. And just sit there for a minute. Just for 60 seconds. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Okay. So now we're going to tickle our amygdala. How do you feel? You feel relaxed? You ready to go? Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. You feel relaxed? I hope so. Okay, so get your feather. What color is your feather? Linda told me what color her feather is. the other day? Oh, we have, Linda and I had a chat, so we're going to be doing those a little here and there. I don't know when. They're not scheduled. I'm going to be uploading that hopefully tonight once the show finishes. And we are discussing the 2-cup method. Has anybody had an experience, found anything helpful? Please share in the chat. For those of you who haven't tried it yet, you should take a look at the video, or you go on Reddit and you can find the whole thread. I think I put the thread link in that particular video, so you can click on that and go check that out yourself. But we integrated it with Neville's I Remember When technique. So if you haven't tried it, I suggest that you do. Linda has driftwood coming in. I have driftwood coming in. And what do I mean by driftwood? Okay, when you're on the beach and you're out there, you see driftwood coming in, right? People say, I'm waiting for my ship to come in. But usually before the ship arrives, right, because it's making waves, it starts sending driftwood into the beach. So that's evidence that your ship is coming in, or that your manifestation is about to show up. You'll get little hits. You'll see little things happening. Maybe it's about money, and you'll start finding money. You start finding money everywhere. Or, you'll get coupons in the mail for things that you didn't even think that there were coupons for. Whatever. You'll start getting driftwood before the actual manifestation. So Linda has driftwood coming in. I have driftwood coming in. Anybody else have driftwood happening? Red. Oh, wine. We got wine in the house. All right. So your Sharon's feather is red and brown. Rain's feather is red. Barb says her real one is a hawk's feather, tan and white. Arzu's rusty red. And then we have a wild turkey feather. Well, mine is purple and gold and a little white. So you're going to imagine what your feather feels like. Some of you may have a stiff feather, a hard feather, or whatever. And we're going to tickle our amygdala. Does everybody know where your amygdala is? If you're new to the show, your amygdala is right above your temples. So you have 2 of them. And when they're closed, that's when you got worry, doubt, fear, anger, stress. And when they're open, that's when you're smiling and you feel joy, you feel happiness, you feel confident, you feel good. So it's an easy way to get your mind, and it opens up your frontal lobe, your third eye, which is right here, right? Your frontal lobe. And that is a really great way to help you to stop the stressing, you stop worrying, stop the doubt, stop the fear, whatever angst that you may have going on in that moment. I'm not saying it's going to stop it forever, because, our minds are wicky wacky, and, sometimes we can't, if we're not using it, we're not flexing it on the regular, things start coming back, all those thoughts. But in that moment, when it seems overwhelming, or maybe you just want to do it because it feels good, tickle your amygdala. So imagine you have your feather in your hand. You're going to close your eyes. Okay, everybody got their eyes closed. Imagine what your feather looks like. This is all imagination. Okay? Imagine what your feather is like. Feel the bristles. Mine is soft. Yours may be hard and stiff. Mine isn't. It's very pliable, because I don't like putting stiff things in my forehead. But it's very soft. It's very pliable. And then you're going to imagine that you're sliding your feather right in there in the center of your forehead, right there. And then you're going to move the feather over to the right and tickle your amygdala on the right. And then slide it over to the left and tickle your amygdala on the left. And then pull out your feather, and it's done. You should be smiling. And if you're not, do it again. Okay. Those are our exercises for the week. Hopefully you were smiling. Oh, Wanda says hers was tan and copper. All right, now we got a lot of different feathers up in the house. I love it. I love it. I love y'all. Just let me say, I want to say also welcome to the Indigo Room. To our new subscribers, we now have 110 subscribers on the Indigo Room. Isn't that wonderful? Welcome to all of you. And if you comment on this video this week, the top, I'm going to pick at random. I'm going to pick at random somebody's comment, and you will be our top commenter. We'll throw a shout out to you next week on the live video. Okay, so we left off on chapter 5, which is Prayer, the Art of Believing, and Law of Thought Transmission. And we were talking about how our thoughts, we can influence others, right? Our thoughts can influence others. And we're on page 29 if you have the book. If you don't have the book, I'm not sure, like I say every week, I'm not sure what page you're on if you have the PDF. But we're in the second paragraph. It says, subjective words, subconscious assumptions awaken what they affirm. They are living and active and shall not return unto me void, but shall accomplish that which I please and shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent them. What does that mean? Anybody, does that make sense to anybody? Because I know I had to read that like 1,000 times the first time I read this book. It says they are living. Subjective words, subconscious assumptions awaken what they affirm. They are living and active and shall not return to me void. So our thoughts and our words are alive. So, you know, when you think, you know, oh, well, nobody knows I thought that. They're alive, okay? And they will not return to you void. Just think about that. Some of us, you know, we talk under our breath about somebody, or we say something about somebody, or we put out thoughts about somebody, or, you know, we gossip. You know, I'm guilty, right? Say, what's wrong with her? You know, she get on my nerve. Blah, 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 blah. Those things don't just sit out there in the ethers. They return to us. They will return to us, and they won't return to us void. So if the person that you're sending the thoughts, your subconscious thoughts, your words to, your conscious thoughts and your words to, they can't accept that, right? Because they are confident in themselves and they don't care what you think. Guess where it's going back? Guess who's going to get it back? You, me. So be mindful. They are endowed with the intelligence pertaining to their mission. They're on a mission. So if you can imagine that, and will persist until the object of their existence is realized. They persist and they awaken the vibratory correlates of themselves within the one toward whom they are directed. But the moment the object of their creation is accomplished, they cease to be. So they go to the person that you're sending them to. And if the person can't accept it, it comes back to you. And then that's it. It's over. It's done. They cease to be. Once they do their job. They're like little microbes going out. Oh, yeah, let me go over here. Let me go over here. So it would be great if you send out good tidings to people, right? Good thoughts. That's why I do that whole, oh, hi, God, when somebody bumps into me. At first, sometimes I have to remind myself to do that. But sometimes, you know, I'll get like, dang, why is she all up on me? Why don't she just move over? Especially on the subway when it's crowded. And then I have to check myself and I go, okay, hi, God. You know, like that's my go-to. That's how I remember that everybody has God within them. And if I'm sending out Wicky Wacky, it's only going to come back to me unless they accept the Wicky Wacky. You know, Neville says that when we think of arguing with someone in our thoughts, we're setting ourselves up to argue with them in face-to-face, in the real, right? So you want to be mindful of your thoughts and your words and your speech. Words are powerful. The words spoken subjectively in quiet confidence will always awaken a corresponding state in the one for whom it was spoken. But the moment its task is accomplished, it ceases to be, permitting the one in whom the state is realized to remain in the consciousness of the state affirmed or to return to his former state. Whatever state has your attention holds your life. Woo! Can I get an amen? Whatever state holds your attention holds your life. So if you are focused on lack, guess what? That holds your life. You will just a lack-filled individual. If you're in the state of wicky wackiness, that is what your life is going to be. That's why I had to change everything. I had to switch it up last year. I was like, whoa, what is happening, Sid? What are you doing? Snap out of it. Because this was holding my life. I feel so much better now. I'm so happy. I'm filled with so much joy and happiness. I can't even tell you. I come to work, people go, stop smiling. Even though my job is wicky wacky, most of the time I come in there, got a big smile on my face, and people go to me, why are you so happy? I don't know. Because they wouldn't understand. I can't explain it to them. I could explain it to y'all. Y'all will get it. Okay. What? Amen. Okay. So therefore, to become attentive to a former state is to return to that condition. So I was, all great, wonderful, fabulous, happy, joy. And then I stepped into wicky wacky. I returned to a wicky wacky condition. I stepped out of that. And, it's tempting for me to go watch the news on occasion, but I don't do it. I'm like, no, I don't want to go back there. Remember not the former things, neither consider the things of old. Nothing can be added to man or woman, for the whole of creation is already perfected within them. The kingdom of heaven is within you, me, us. That's where the kingdom of heaven is. Man, I have this highlighted in blue, and I don't know why I did it in blue, because it really is not very helpful. So it's very hard to read. Man can receive nothing except it be given him from heaven. Heaven is your subconsciousness. Not even a sunburn is given from without. The rays without only awaken corresponding rays within. How about that? So you can't even get a sunburn unless you have the idea within you that you could get a sunburn. So if you have thoughts of lack, no money, no car, I can't have it, it's not here, I'm broke, that is what is going to be on the outside for you. That's what your world is going to be like. You're going to feel that way. If you don't change your thoughts, you're going to continue to have what you're thinking about. I know most people who are broke don't want to be broke, but they don't know how to change their thoughts. Nobody taught us that if you change your thoughts, you change your feeling. Your thought and your emotion are the things that create our reality. But nobody taught us that. So every single thing, health, wealth, love, happiness, joy, peace of mind, is all within us, because the kingdom of heaven is within us. The riches that we desire, and when I say riches, I don't just mean money. The riches that we desire are within. Where the tones of health not contacted within the consciousness of the one whom they are affirmed, they could not be vibrated by the word which is sent. You do not really give to another, you resurrect. You resurrect that which is asleep within him. The damsel is not dead, but sleepeth. Death is merely a sleeping and a forgetting. Age and decay are the sleep, not death, of youth and health. Recognition of a state vibrates or awakens it. So if you recognize that you are healthy, you recognize that health is within you. Now, I'm not saying that if you do this, you know what I'm going to say, right? I'm not saying that you got to recognize it one day and then you'll be forever healthy. That's not how it works. Not in the plane that we're in. Not in this dimension that we're in. It takes work for us to do that. I'd rather work on that than to work at a job, to be truthful. I'd rather work on my insides than to work on a job, to be honest. So the more you focus on your I am statements, you revise your day, you do the techniques that we talk about in the Indigo Room, then you are clearing out the barnacles that are on the inside, right? So a lot of us take showers every day, right? We clean our bodies, but we eat all kinds of bad food for us, all things that are not healthy for us. And then we have bad skin, or we feel sick, or we feel, unwell. It's the same thing with our thoughts. We clean our body, but then we have all of these wicky wacky, crazy, I'm sick, I'm not smart, I am stupid, I am slow, I am fat, whatever it is that you're calling yourself in a negative vein. Stop calling my friends negative things, okay? All of you are my friends. Stop saying negative things about my friends. That's all I want to say to y'all, okay? Stop. Catch yourself and stop that in the moment that you catch yourself. You may not always catch yourself right away, but at least work on catching yourself as often as you can, as often as possible. Distance, distance as it is cognized by your objective senses does not exist for the subjective mind. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me. Time and space are conditions of thought. The imagination can transcend them and move in a psychological time and space. So have you ever just imagined in the summertime, you started imagining Christmas time, winter? Or just imagine anything that's not happening right now. Don't you feel like you're right there in that moment? Like you could say, I remember it like it was yesterday. No, you're remembering it like it's today, like it's now, like it's right here, right now, right happening right now in this moment. That's how powerful your imagination is. It can take you to places and it transcends time and space. So when you do your imagination work, you're making then, now, wherever you may be, because the past is already gone, right? And the present the future hasn't happened yet. So only thing you can focus on is the now. But what you can do is bring what has happened in the past into the now. And if it wasn't good, you start to feel sad. You start to feel bad. I do that sometimes. Or you go into the future and you start to worry. Oh my God, what's going to happen? I don't know. So you can change what does happen in the future right now in this moment by bringing what it is that you want to have, what it is that you want to be, what it is that you want to do right now in this moment. We are creating our future Right now, we are creating our future. So how do you want your future to go? Do you want to keep continuing it to be wicky wacky and not feel good and feel sluggish and feel unhappy and feel sad and have no joy? Or do you want that future, those future moments that are coming to be like this right now, this now moment that you're imagining, this now moment that you're imagining? So get in that habit. Listen to the Doxy affirmations. We love Doxy, don't we, Wanda? Barb is listening to him too. Get into that. Start putting those headphones on before you, as you drift off to sleep. Because if you're still having trouble not being able to really focus your imagination and get your imagination the way you want it to be, those are very helpful. Those affirmations are very helpful. You put them on, drift off to sleep. They're 3 hours long. You don't even know it's 3 hours because you're knocked out. It's changing your subconscious thoughts, because that's what's ruling our world. It's what's running on in the background. Not what we're thinking right here, thinking right now, but it's what's going on in the background. And we wake up and we say, money is the root of all evil. Only greedy people have money. Or I'll never be, the doctor said I'm never going to heal from this. I'm going to die. Well, you're putting the kibosh on everything that you want. And everything that you want is inside of you. Although physically separated from a place by thousands of miles, you can mentally live in the distant place as though it were here. Your imagination can easily transform winter into summer, New York into Florida, and so on. Whether the object of your desire is near or far, results will be the same. Subjectively, the object of your desire is never far off. Its intense nearness makes it remote from observation of the senses. It dwells in consciousness, and consciousness is closer than breathing and nearer than hands and feet. Consciousness is the one and only reality. All phenomena are formed of the same substance vibrating at different rates. You want to keep that. Oh, Wanda says she goes to bed with Doxy. Yep. Sharon's using Doxy too. We all got to go visit Doxy. Just tell him the Indigo Room is Doxy lovers. We love Doxy. You want to get the energy right. Let me think. The youngins, they got that saying now. Keep that same energy, right? So, what is the energy of money? What is the energy of abundance? What is the energy of joy? What is the energy of happiness? What is the energy of peace? What does that feel like? It's vibrating. You know what it feels like to feel happy. You've been happy at some point in your life, even if you might not be happy right now. You've been happy at some point in your life. You know what that feels like. So you go to a time and space in your mind and your thoughts that you were happy, and bring that right now into the now. And focus on that moment. If you can't figure out how to be happy, focus on that one moment. Bring that into your experience, that one moment, and then live off of that energy as long as you possibly can, until you can really get your mind, thoughts, feelings vibrating in that energy space. And you keep that same energy. What does it feel like to have money? Maybe you have been broke all of your life, but you've had some type of money come into your hands at some point. Even if you're homeless, like I have been, you have had money at some point. What did that feel like? What did that feel like? Get that feeling, that same energy feeling, and bring that into the now, and stay with that until it becomes a part of you. Keep that same energy. You want your energy to match that. Even if it's only $10, you want your energy to match the $10 energy inside, right? And the more you do that, the universe correlates with what is happening on the inside and it shows up for you. It may show up for you in a job, as a job. It may show up for you that somebody actually gives you money. You may find it. I don't know. It'll show up for you, though. It will show up for you. You remember a time that you felt good, really good in your bones, in your body. Maybe it was when you were younger. Listen, we all saw Grace Jones, maybe you didn't, walk down the runway in France at 70 years old in heels that are like this. So it doesn't matter what your age is either. So you can keep that energy, get that feeling, that good feeling when you were felt healthy at some point in your life, and bring that into the now. And keep bringing it into the now until you start to vibrate with that feeling, until you start to get that feeling and you start to feel good. The universe then says, oh, look at Sydney over there. She's healthy. I may not be feeling healthy at the moment, but I'm thinking healthy thoughts. And the universe goes, oh, she's healthy. It doesn't know that, it doesn't care what is happening on the outside. It says, oh, Sydney, yeah, she's healthy. And I have health. So try to keep the same energy of the thing that you are wanting to be, do, and have. Figure out what that is, what that feels like, and then bring yourself to that vibrating energy as much as you can. Does that make sense to everybody? Does that make sense? Try to remember what that energy felt like, and then keep that same energy. Maybe I should name that the topic of the show. Keep that same energy. Usually they use it when, people are getting ready to fight. Keep that same energy. I'm going to kick your ass. Sharon said it makes sense. BJ says it makes sense. Everybody says it makes sense. Okay. Rain says it makes sense. Okay. Cool beans. Cool beans. Consciousness is the one and only reality. All phenomena are formed from the same substance vibrating at different rates. All is consciousness modified by belief. Out of consciousness, as man came, I as man came, woman came, and to consciousness, I as man or woman return. In consciousness, all states exist subjectively and are awakened to their objective existence by belief. The only thing that prevents us from making a successful subjective impression on one at a great distance or transforming there into here is our habit of regarding space as an obstacle. So, a lot of us think, well, she's in Istanbul, she's sick. I can't help her. I wish she was here, so she could get to the doctor. Okay, well, there is no time and space. That's all a figment of our imagination. Sorry, I'm shaking the table, so my screen is shaking. That's all a figment of our imagination. There is no time and space in our subconscious. So we can assist those who are not near us right now, physically. We can make their here in our imagination and in our subconscious. A friend 1,000 miles away is rooted in your consciousness through your fixed ideas of him or her. To think of him and represent him to yourself inwardly in the state you desire him to be, confident that this subjective image is as true as though it were already objectified, awakens in him a corresponding state which he must objectify if they're willing to accept it, right? The results will be as obvious as the cause was hidden. The subject will express the awakened state within him and remain unaware of the true cause of his action. They won't know that you did it. They don't need to know. When people are, when you're praying for people, sometimes people pray and they beg Please, God, help Sydney. She's not feeling well. Please heal her. I don't want y'all to do that for me. Please don't. Okay? I love you, but don't do that for me. What I would, if I was in a way, if I needed help, I would want you to imagine me saying to you, girl, man, I feel good. That's what I need y'all to do. Right? I need you to awaken in me what might be asleep. That's what I need you to do. That is praying successfully to me. So if I am going on, y'all follow me on Facebook or Instagram, and I write on there and I'm saying, oh my God, I'm so broke today. I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. I don't want you to pray for me and say, God, please help Sydney. Please send her some money. When y'all are saying, I'm praying for you, girl. Don't do that. Please don't do that. What I would like for you to do is imagine me calling you or talking to you or seeing me post on Facebook. Yay, it's already done. My bills are paid. That's what you could do for me. And that's what you could do for others. And I can do for you as well. That's how I pray for people when they ask for prayers. That's how I pray. And that's how I would ask that you pray for me. If you're going to pray for me, if you're going to do anything for me, if you're going to try to waken up something for me, please do it that way. Thank you. I love y'all. The results will be obvious as the cards was hidden. Oh, we did that. Prayers depend upon your attitude of mind for their success and not upon the attitude of the subject. The subject has no power to resist your controlled subjective ideas of him unless the state affirmed by you to be true of him is a state he's incapable of wishing as true of another. So, like I said before, if they can't accept it, they can't accept it as true. Even if you're sending it to them, some people just can't. They are closed and they are shut down. They can't accept it. But send it anyway. Where was I? Okay. So if they can't accept the state is true of him, is a state he is incapable of wishing as true of for another. In that case, it returns to, where does it go? It's like the mail. It returns to sender, right? They won't accept it. Sydney doesn't live here anymore. Keep your stuff to yourself. I don't want it. It returns right back to you. So it behooves us to send out good, loving tidings, great thoughts, right? Subconscious. I know it's hard sometimes. Sometimes it's really, really hard. Sometimes, woo! But it's only going to return back to us. So it won't be void. It's not just going to hang out there in the ethers. It's not just going to hang out there and, in no man's land and no woman's land and just drop down and just be wasted energy. That energy returns back to us. So it's never wasted. Even when you can't stand the person. I do this often. There's some people in my life that just drive me bonkers. Drive the conscious Sydney bonkers. And I just send that energy out. And if they don't accept it, it comes right back. Let me check the phone lines. Where are we? Oh, we're at 59 minutes. Okay, it's just me and Linda. Provided the idea is acceptable, success depends entirely on the operator, not upon the subjects who, like compass needles on their pivots, are quite indifferent as to the direction you choose to give them. If your fixed idea is not subjectively accepted by the one toward whom it is directed, it rebounds to you from whom it came. Who is he that will harm you, if ye be followers of that which is good? I have been young, and now I am old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. There shall no evil happen to the just. Nothing befalls us that is not of the nature of ourselves. As a person who directs a malicious thought to another will be injured by its rebound of his. Okay, this blue ink drives me nuts. See, look, see this blue stuff? I don't know what I was thinking when I highlighted it in blue. A person who directs a subconscious thought to another will be injured by its rebound if he fails to get subconscious acceptance of the other. So if you're sending me a thought that says, I hope you get hit by a Mack truck, and I can't accept that because I put the magic electronic belt around me and my children every day, and I'm not feeling that. I can't accept that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to send that energy my way, because I'm not with that energy. So you don't want to send that energy my way, because it's going to come right back to you. It's just like karma, right? It's like it just comes right back to you if I can't accept it. And I can't. As ye sow, so shall ye reap. Furthermore, what you can wish and believe of another can be wished and believed of you, and you have no power to reject. You have no power to reject it if the one who desires it for you accepts it as true of you. The only power to reject subjective word is to be incapable of wishing a similar state of another. To give presupposes the ability to receive. The possibility to impress an idea upon another mind presupposes the ability of that mind to receive that impression. Fools exploit the world. That's what I put on my face on Instagram and Facebook today. Fools exploit the world, the wise transfigure it. It is the highest wisdom to know that it is the living universe. In the living universe, there is no destiny other than that created out of the imagination of mind. There is no influence outside of the mind of man. Whatever things are lovely, whatsoever things are good, of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on those things. Never accept as true of others what you would not want to be true of you. Right? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That is not just in deed, it's in word and thought. Because remember, when we started at the beginning, words are alive, right? So we don't want to send out that Wicky Wacky stuff to another unless we all want it to be true of us. Give and ye shall receive, full measure, pressed down and running over. Giving is simply believing. For what you truly believe of others, you awaken within them. The vibratory state transmitted by your belief persists until it awakens its corresponding vibration in him of whom it is believed. But before it can be transmitted, it must first be awake within the consciousness of the transmitter. Whatever is awake within your consciousness, you are. So if you're in your consciousness, your subconscious, you believe you're broke, that's what you represent, right? That's what happens in the outside world. So how do we change those subconscious thoughts? Well, doxy is one way. Using your imagination is another way. thinking and changing your thoughts and catching your thoughts in the middle of feeling any kind of angst, tickling your amygdala, breathing, those exercises, doing meditation, right? Getting in your imagination and assuming it is real, putting on the tones of reality. Those are the ways to waken up what you want to vibrate, that energy, the kingdom of heaven with everything in it, all the riches, all the abundance, all the wealth, all the health is within you, but it's dormant, it's asleep. It's knocked out. So we want to wake that up within ourselves and within others. As a man thinketh, I hate that thinketh. As a man thinketh in his heart, in the deep subconscious of himself, so is he. Disregard appearances and subjectively affirm as true that which you wish to be true. This awakens in you the tone of the state affirmed, which in turn itself realizes itself in you and in the one for whom it is affirmed. Give and ye shall receive. Believes invariably awaken what they affirm. The world is a mirror wherein everyone sees himself reflected. The objective world reflects the beliefs of the subjective mind. Yeah, I'll explain Doxy in a minute. Nicole, hi. Hey, is Jeff with you? Did you bring Jeff along this week? Hi, Nicole Petronic. She said, I am a millionaire. My money just hasn't been deposited into my bank account yet. Yes, it has. You can't say that it hasn't been. See, this right there, that's a good example of stopping that energy. So we want to change that thought, that word, those words, to I am a millionaire and the money has been deposited into my bank account. That's where we're going. Because if you say I'm a millionaire, the money just hasn't been deposited, it won't be deposited. It'll never get there. We will always never have it. So you do want to change that. Just change that phrase. I'm going to give you a new phrase. I am a millionaire and the money has been deposited into my bank account. Period. End of story. And you can keep saying that until it happens. And it will. Should you have some difficulty in understanding the terms visual images, mental sounds, and mental actions, here is an illustration that should make their meanings clear. A imagines he sees a piece of music, knowing nothing at all about musical notations. The impression in his mind is a purely visual image. B imagines he sees the same piece, but he can read music and can imagine how it would sound when played on the piano. That imagination is a mental sound. C also reads music and is a pianist. And as he reads, he imagines himself playing the piece. The imaginary action is the mental action. So, imaginary things, the things that we imagine in our imagination become facts. Right? So what Neville is saying is that there's one person, will see it and just have a mental image and he's not imagining what the music sounds like. The second one, he actually is hearing the music. The third one, in his imagination, because he's a pianist, is actually playing the music and hearing the music, and he's like fully in there. That's where we want to be. We want to be like him. See. The visual images, mental sounds, and mental actions are creations of your imagination, and though they appear to come from without, they actually come from within yourself. They move as if They move as if moved by another, but are really launched by your own spirit from the magical storehouse of imagination. They are projected into space by the same vibratory law that governs the sending of a voice or picture. Speech and images are projected not as speech or images, but as vibratory correlates. Subjective mind vibrates according to the modifications it undergoes by the thought and feelings of the operator. The visible state created is the effect of the subjective vibrations. Oh, you know what? I just want to tell everybody, remember when I got my car back then when we was doing Neville, when we first started Neville in 2009, 10, whenever I got my car? Remember that? Just remember. I just want to know if anybody was listening to the Indigo Room back then. I just had a thought because Nicole was here. Do y'all remember when I got the car? Okay. A feeling, just write in the chat if you remember when we discussed me doing Neville and how I got my car. Just put it in the chat. Yes, I remember, or just yes, or why. Yes. Okay. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. The visible state created is the effect of the subjective vibrations. A feeling is always accompanied by a corresponding vibration. That is a change in expression or sensation in the operator. You're the operator. I'm the operator. So a feeling is always accompanied by a corresponding vibration. A feeling, right? A feeling is always accompanied by that. Linda said yes. Barb said yes. Okay. Do you remember that I told you all, I think Gary was in the room too at that time, but I told you all that I would, in my imagination, get in my car, right, and drive to my friend's house. I didn't have the car yet, but I would drive to my friend's house in the car, knock on her door, pull the door open, and I imagined talking to her about the car, and I would feel the air. I would feel the when I pulled the door open, I would literally feel the air. You know how when you pull a door open, you feel the whoosh of the door? I would feel that. I would feel walking up the steps to her house and pulling the door open. And she would come out and I would say, I got my new car. Do y'all remember that? That's Nicole. That's who I used in my imagination. It was her. And exactly that. I came to her house with the car, walked up her steps, pulled open the door, and showed her my new car. Nicole, you remember? You remember when I got the car and I came to your house? That's the Nicole that I used in my imagination. So you can... It was her. She was the person in my imagination that was so excited for me before I actually got the car. Every day, that's what I did. There is no thought or feeling without expression. No matter how motionless you appear to be, if you reflect with any degree of intensity, there is always an execution of slight muscular movements. The eye, though shut, follows the movements of the imaginary objects, and the pupil is dilated or contracted according to the brightness or the remoteness of those objects. Respiration is accelerated or slowed according to the course of your thoughts. The muscles contract correspondingly to your mental movements. The change of vibration persists until it awakens a corresponding vibration in the subject, which vibration then expresses itself in a physical fact. So it was in my imagination first, and then it became a fact. And it became a fact that most of you actually remember, and Nicole was part of that fact. She remembers too. The change of vibration persists until it awakens a corresponding vibration in the subject, which vibration then expresses itself as a physical fact. And the Word was made flesh Energy, as you see in the case of radio, is transmitted and received in a field, a place where changes in space occur. The field and energy are one and inseparable. The field or subject becomes the embodiment of the word or energy received. The thinker and the thought, the operator and the subject, the energy and the field are one. Were you still enough to hear the sound of your beliefs, you would know what is meant by the music of the spheres. The mental sound you hear in prayer is coming from without or really produced by yourself. Self-observation will reveal this fact, as the music of the spheres is defined as the harmony heard by the gods alone and is supposed to be produced by the movements of the celestial spheres, so too is the harmony you subjectively hear for others heard by you alone, and is produced by the movement of your thoughts and feelings in the true kingdom or heaven within you. That is where all of our stuff is. That is where your money is. That is where your health is. That is where your happiness is. That is where your joy is. It's within us, but it's sleeping. It's dormant, and it needs to wake up. So if you don't have enough, if you're saying, I don't have enough of whatever it is, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough health, I don't have enough, I don't have a boyfriend, I don't have a girlfriend, I don't. That is because that is what that's what's inside of you right now. That's what you think. I mean, that's what you believe. But what's inside of you are all of those things. And we can wake that up if we can get close to vibrating the same energy, right? Of the thing that we want to have. So if I wanted to have this book of Neville's, if I wanted to have that car, I had to be vibrating in that energy. And that is why the 2-cup method and the I remember when is so helpful. And it helps you to put it down and not stress about it. So that's the end of chapter 5, which was, again, law of thought transmission. So we are thought transmitters. We're like little radios walking around. And we have the ability to be able to send those thought waves, those thought transmissions out to do our work. They do work. We send them and they don't return to us void. They never return to us void. So you might want to get busy and flexing your imagination muscle if you haven't been doing that. Okay, so Kim asked, Kim. Sorry, Rain. Rain asked us about Doxy. I found Doxy, or Doxy found me by accident, Rain, I guess about 2 weeks ago now. And I was listening to something, and then it just popped up. I think I was listening to Neville, maybe. I might have been listening to Neville, I think. And then, you know how the auto plays on YouTube? And this popped up. And I was like, what is this? And his voice is so relaxing. It reminded me of Neville. Because I thought I was like, well, I don't remember this. What is Neville talking about? I was starting to drift off to sleep when I heard it. Or I don't know, maybe I was cooking or cleaning or something. But it was in my headphones, and I had to stop. I'm going to look to see what this is. And he has a whole channel. And I think it's because he named it Doxy because he has a dachshund, because that's the picture on the person's profile. But anyway, I'm listening to these. It's like a really way to change your subconscious tapes. And he suggests that you do these every night. There's all different kinds for different subjects. So if you want to be healthy, if you want money, if you want whatever it is, you want to open up your third eye, whatever. He's got that rolling around. He's got subjects. So 30 days each night, you listen in your headphones. Oh, I was listening to binaural beats. That's what happened. I was listening to binaural beats, and he showed up after that. And he does this binaural beat thing too when you're listening to him, because you can hear the beat in the background. Anyway, he puts you in, it's a guided meditation, and he repeats these things. Some of them are 3 hours, some of them are 8 hours, depending on how long you're sleeping. And he just repeats the same things over and over to change your subconscious. It's quite relaxing. You don't have to be awake, but you drift off into a deep sleep. And the first time I started listening to him, the next day I woke up and I was listening to him awake, and I was like, I don't remember saying that. I'm actually saying the thing that he's going to say, like as he's saying it. I go, I don't remember saying that. So what's happening is some of the things in the back of, things that I've maybe thought before have started to change. It's changing your mind, your subconscious thoughts, because that's what's running, right? No matter what we do in the forefront, I am rich, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am free, Our subconscious, we still have those thoughts, we still have the wicky wacky thoughts, and those need to be changed too. And the best way, Neville says, is to do that, to change that, is to, be in your imagination as you're drifting off into the sleepy state. And that's why you want to play in your imagination during the sleepy state. Well, he created a whole host of videos. He's got a lot of them. And it helps you to change your subconscious as you're in the sleepy state. Those are the Doxy affirmation videos. So you can leave your computer on, but you do need headphones. You should use headphones. You shouldn't do it without headphones. That's my advice to you all. If you're listening to them, use the headphones, because it does work. I put his, we have a playlist with some of them in there, the ones that I liked originally. And there's a playlist. We have a playlist of all of the videos in the channel, but I created a playlist for him specifically. So if you go to the playlist, the Doxy videos in the channel, you'll be able to click on his channel and subscribe if you like. Okay? Anybody else got any more questions? I want to tell you, I was on the boat today, on the ferry, and minding my own business. And the ferry was going like it always does, across the harbor. And, I do that thing where I say, I am the ferry captain, and I am the ferry captain, and I am the ferry staff, right? The deckhands. And I say, I am the ferry captain. Thank you, I am the ferry captain, for getting us across the harbor safely. And thank you, I am the ferry staff, for getting us across the harbor safely, back and forth across the harbor safely. I do that every morning. So tonight, on the way home, easy peasy, going across the harbor, no problem, from Manhattan to Staten Island. Just as we got into the harbor, I don't even know what happened. I don't even know if he hit something or what. But, well, he hit something, but I don't know what he hit, put that way. He hit something, the captain, or whoever was driving the boat, and the whole boat tilted to the right. And everybody that was on the left went sliding over to the right. It was really kind of scary. And then as we were docking, he hit something. Well, like when you hit the brakes and you jerk back. So he hit the brakes and he hit the dock really hard. And I thought, well, as BJ Moore would say, my electronic belt was out there helping us so that we didn't tip over. Because usually what happens is, as we're getting into Staten Island, everybody moves to the front of the boat. And we were, people were moving to the front of the boat. People were walking to the front of the boat, and we all just went it was kind of scary, but we're okay. Nothing worse than nothing really happened to us except we got like our hearts put like right here. So do make sure that you use, Nicole Petronic says, awesome. I use binaural beats on Jeff. Works well when I need him to be really motivated. Well, now you say shush as I read it out loud. He's probably going to watch this video and now he's going to know everything. Well, try the Doxy videos on him. He might like those. If you, also, there's one more I'm going to put in there tonight that just showed up out of nowhere. These things that have been showing up for me lately are really kind of incredible. So as I find them, as they show up for me, I will send them to you all. But this one is for your third eye and helping you with your manifestations. And I've been listening to it. I haven't actually tried it yet. That's why I haven't posted it up anywhere, because I'm still trying to figure it out. But it's an exercise on how to open your third eye, and you put your hand here and you move your energy around, and how to move the energy through your body. So once I figure it out and get it all together, I'll share it with you all. And don't forget to revise your day. If you haven't been doing that exercise and things have been going wicky wacky for you, because I'm going to be doing that tonight with the boat thing. I didn't like that feeling. So I'm going to, revise my day and have a smooth sailing trip across the harbor today. And I'm going to move this camera for a minute. Let me see if I can move this camera for a minute and show you what I have up on the wall there. Can you see it? Revise your day. Imagine better than the best you know. That's one of the things that I have. Well, that's one of my I am statements on the wall. But that's one of the statements that I have in my house, right? Remember I told you I have stuff all over my house? Well, I put that there. You could see it today because it's usually in that room. But you want to revise your day. So Linda says, I'm going to rewrite my day today as well. Thanks for the reminder. You're welcome. And you know who reminded me too? G. He was asking me if I revise my day at night. And I don't typically, because my days have been going pretty good. But today was a little wicky wacky. So I'm going to get in there. Before I do my Doxy affirmation, I'm going to revise my day. And in my imagination, what I mean by that is, it's a Neville technique. You go in and the things that happened, because, we can change the past, really. So you can change the way your day went if you didn't like it. So how did you want it to go? How did you want your day to go? Imagine it going the way you wanted it to go today. And then what happens is you are creating your future now by revising what happened yesterday. So if you don't revise your day yesterday, from yesterday, what happened today, if you don't revise that, and you continue to bring that energy, because now you're keeping the same energy with what happened yesterday, you're not changing it. So you're keeping that same energy and you're creating a future, which is tomorrow. You're creating the same type of experience. So if you don't like what happened today, maybe you got into an argument with someone and it left you feeling drained and tired or whatever, you could get into your imagination and recreate that whole thing the way you wanted it to go. Hear that conversation go in a different way. I know you think that you can't change the past, but you really can. So change what you thought the way that the day went, recreate it in your imagination. So I yelled at, let's say I yelled at my dog, and I didn't like that feeling. So I could go in my imagination tonight before I drift off to sleep and imagine me saying loving, kind, wonderful things to my dog. And then tomorrow I'll have a different experience with my dog. That's if I yelled at her, but I didn't yell at her, but I'm just using her as an example. She's sleeping. So whatever it is, maybe you yelled at your kids, or maybe your husband yelled at you, or your wife yelled at you and you didn't like that. It didn't feel good. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever, your boss. Go in your imagination tonight and imagine it the way you would like it to have been. Take the whole tones of reality. Make it feel like it's happening right now. Give it the tones of reality. And then drift off as you're drifting off to sleep. Then put your Doxy affirmations on and have a great day tomorrow. Oh, Barb says, I forget sometimes, but going to do it tonight. Yay! Sharon says, I'm going to revise my week. All right now. And Rain says, definitely going to revise mine. Okay. Was feeling very sluggish today. All right. Put some energy in that. And Wanda says, I'm going to imagine my son telling me how much he appreciates me being his mother, and I will let him know just how much I appreciate him as well. That is awesome sauces. See, the Raise Your Vibe tribe is on point tonight, right? Okay, so I want to thank you all for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. And we have 10 likes, and there's still only 9 of us in the chat. Isn't that amazing? How did that happen? I don't know, but I'm very happy. So if you liked the video, if you had a good time here tonight, do share the Indigo Room with your friends, your family, you know, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your side piece. Let everybody know, right? And if you want to email us, you can email us at theindigoroom2@gmail.com. We did open up the Patreon. I'm still working on that. Linda and I did some, we're going to be working on the website together. And I want to thank all the new subscribers to the Indigo Room. We do appreciate you. The Patreon, it is, we have tiers, so it'll be $5, $10, and then $15. I'm going to make a smaller one for those of you that, you know, just want to give maybe $1 or $2 to the Indigo Room. That'll be helpful as well. It'll allow us to be able to do some things. And one of my goals is to get us all together somehow, do an Indigo Room meet and greet somewhere, right? That would be fun. I get to actually hug you all in person. So if you want to join us, the link will be in the description below. As with all the links, if you didn't get the books, you can get the books from Amazon or you know, wherever you want to. You can do that as well. And we got some things. We got some things that we're working on for all of us Indigo Room peeps. So I hope you have a great week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. Ring the bell if you haven't done so already, because that will allow you to get notifications of when we put new content up. I did put, oh, that's the other thing. I've been, we started the I am statements for the week. So I've created a video for the I am statements for this week. I uploaded it on Sunday. So every Sunday, I'll be putting in a new I am statement for the week. I repeat it over and over. It's a very short video. It's like, I don't even think it's 2 minutes. So if you're having Wicky Wacky moments, load that up. Listen to that over and over. It's the statement, Nicole, that you wanted from last week. So I made a little video of it. And it's the from the I Am Statements book. So do check that out. And I'll be putting those up every week for us so that we can get, you know, just get that in our spirit and get that in our bodies, our mind, our spirits. Get it together. We're just going to get ourselves together. I had like 13. Oh, we had 13 people up in here, BJ? What? I didn't realize. Thank you, Sydney. Rain says, glad to be back. And we're glad to have you back. I'm so happy that you're back. Barb says, love and joy to each one of us. Linda Patrick, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Linda. And Wanda says, hey, I'm coming home to New York first thing in June. Oh, that would be great. I would love to do that. Let's make that happen. Oh, BJ has the coupon before we go. BJ put the coupon code in for aspiringveganista.com. And that will be that you can use that to order stuff on her platform, on her website. Thank you. Let me write that down. So if you didn't write it down, you can always come back in the chat and get it later. Okay, I'm going to have to do that because I don't know what happened to my pen. But it is, the coupon code is IR2, is that 20? IR20 now for the site. Thank you, BJ. Thank you. That is so wonderful of you. And Wanda, I went to your site, but it said I needed a password. AluzPhotography.com. I couldn't get in. Thank you, G. G's in the house. G, you said you're looking for people, aren't you? You're looking for people to work? Do you want to type that in there so I could, give you a shout out for if somebody wants to join you in the Atlanta area before we go? IR is equals to Indigo Room. Okay. Oh, you get 20% off. So it's IR20. 20% off, y'all. Go to aspiringveganista.com. 20% off. IR20 now at aspiringveganista.com. And G, you put up a notice. I saw that you're looking for people to work. On my page. It's cool. Okay, so follow G Fabre on his page. If you're looking for work, he's looking for people who want to work. $200 a day. I think that's what you said, right? Okay. So thank you all for being here. Remember who you are. Remember that you are source energy right here in a physical body because the kingdom of heaven is within you. Remember that you can be, do, and have anything that you desire. Remember, it's not being extraordinary that makes you unique. Be right there. And then the videos will be right there. And you can check out the comments below. Send us your comments. And remember, the top commenter will get a shout out next week. I love you. Have a great week. Bye. Bye. Bye.